Coach's interview brought to you by Experian. I'm here with the Clippers head coach Ty Lue, and Coach Donovan Mitchell came out hot with 14 points to start. How, if at all, do you want your defensive approach to change with him going forward?
Just be more physical. Take the challenge one-on-one. I'm just getting a lot of stuff in transition. We're getting screened, we're getting hit. We got to get physical, getting to the ball, and then challenge him a little bit more.
You started big to get more physicality. Zubac picked up 2 quick fouls. How does your rotation change or get impacted going forward by that?
Well, we went small, got us back in the game a little bit. Was able to space their bigs out on the floor a little bit. And then Cuz came in and gave us a good lift off the bench. So we're going to be okay. We got to lock in the way we can play. And we just got to lock into the defensive end. We'll be okay offensively.
Thanks, Coach.
Yes, ma'am.
See Donovan Mitchell getting some attention from the medical staff. That right leg stretched out a little bit. Mark, we touched on it. When they went small, when they downsized when Zubac went out, it had been one of the most effective lineups for the Clippers to this point. And that last possession was an offensive foul, and you can see Niang trying to get it in so that they couldn't. I don't know whether Ty Lue was thinking about a challenge there. I don't think so.
Yeah. Marcus Cousins was requesting that his head coach take a look at that one. And they come up with the steal at the defensive end. Batum on the drive. Tough shot, couldn't make it. And Beverly chases down the loose ball, gets it back. Left alone for 3. And left it on the front rim. Jordan Clarkson back the other way, has a mismatch here against Cousins. Good contest, it didn't matter. Jordan Clarkson never shy when it comes to shooting.
This guy gave him over 17 points per game off the bench. He's instant offense. And the thing he's talked about is the confidence that Quinn has showed in him since the day he arrived. Understanding, all right, Cousins is giving me as much cushion as I want. Rhythm dribble into 3. Beautifully done.
This is a team that launched 50 3-point attempts in game 1. Nobody shot more threes or made more threes during the regular season than the Jazz. And there's Niang on cue. That one a little bit strong, and Paul George back the other way. Deep post up by Cousins, and an easy bucket to him.
Boy, Cousins' influence on this basketball game early is undeniable. Sprint to the paint, buried defender underneath the rim. He's brought that level of physicality we talked about. Remember that prior basket where he put that defender in the basket?
Clarkson again. And Oni runs down the loose ball. Niang, side pocket 3. And rebounded by Beverly. We were talking about it, Doris. Ty Lue said that after game 1, he really liked Cousins' energy. He's made an imprint on this game. Paul George starting this game with some cold shooting. Now just 2 of 7 from the field. Clarkson with the float game. Got it.
And if your Cousins are saying, I got to stay attached to Rudy on that, because so often the guards for Utah use him as that vertical spacer at the rim. So they're staying attached to Rudy's body. It lets that guy go one-on-one, get to his float game.
Batum at an ocean goes back to Paul George. That's going to be a foul on Oni.
So Rudy Gobert's presence is undeniable on both ends. He does a tremendous job setting screens and rolling hard. But you see, on the floater, Cousins doesn't come up to challenge, right? He's thinking about it, but then he's going to go, no, I'm going to jab at you and get back to Rudy. I don't want to give up the lob, and I don't want to give up the offensive rebound.
While Leonard checks back into the ball game, Niang comes out for Utah. Bogdanovich comes in. And Batum sits down for the Clippers. Jackson out top. Here's Leonard on the wing, guarded by Bogdanovich. Cousins dishes it off to Leonard underneath. Cousins inside. Couple of fakes. And Gobert caught it anyway. And that's going to be a shot clock violation. Didn't get it off in time.
It is so loud in here. Kawhi Leonard forced to give it up. So DeMarcus says, I'm going to play a little bully ball with Bogey. Gets by him, but the Stifle Tower is right there to meet him.
Listen to this.
The the Frenchman's gonna love that attention, right?
Here's Ingles. Rudy rolled hard to the basket. They got it to him a little bit late. Deep position, and Jackson just introduces himself for the evening. How you doing, Rudy? Put his arms around him and said hello, and picked up the foul.
Well, this guy has worked hard at every aspect. He was offended when he first came over and was sent to the G League. It didn't have the perception it has now. Didn't have exceptional hands. Worked incredibly hard to develop hands. Trying to develop touch. We know what he brings on the defensive end. Such pride, such intensity, such intellect. But the guy takes such extraordinary pride in the work he puts in.
His story of improvement is a real inspiring one, and the Jazz subsequently made a great and significant investment in Rudy Gobert last December, signing him to a 5-year, $205 million deal. Meanwhile, Luke Kennard comes out. Marcus Morris Sr. comes back in, as does Donovan Mitchell for Utah, guarded by Leonard. Chasing him around the screen, and finishes with the left hand. Hit him with the hezzy.
Wow. So they make the switch, right? Think about Kawhi down the stretch of Dallas, deciding to take Luka. So they put him on Donovan Mitchell that time. Oh, Donovan. He opened up against Paul George, put a couple on him, get Kawhi on your back, navigate. Quick shooter with the left hand. That's pretty.
We got a lot of tricks in the bag. Doris, you and I called his 57-point playoff game last year against the Denver Nuggets in that shootout against Jamal. Inside, Zubac with a little jump hook.
Yeah, I like that shot. I like Zubac. Good touch right there on the offensive end.
The Clippers have never led in this game, down 37-33. Mitchell off of the Faber screen, got to the nail, and got the roll. Another bucket, he's up to 18 here in the second quarter. Coming off a 45-point game a couple of nights ago. Mitchell now taking on the challenge of guarding Paul George. Leonard misfiring, got it back. Tries it again and knocks that one home.
Not disciplined to check out the shooter. Ball goes right back to Kawhi.
Leonard off to a little bit of a better start in this game. A little back tap, and Jackson couldn't get the handle on it. It'll stay Utah basketball, but the